Hello, everyone. My name is Carla, and I've always dreamed of working in a large company. You may be surprised, but ever since I was a kid, I dreamed about going to a cool office on some 125th floor, going up in a shiny elevator, being stylish on heels, and a black elegant suit with stunning hairstyle. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself there. In general, you get what I want. And yes, I like to dream big. After graduating from high school, I studied economics at a selective college. My top scores helped me get a scholarship, and I was very proud of myself because it was not easy to get one. The first year was interesting, but the lockdown started, and alas, the last few months were forced to study online. At first, we all liked not having to go to class, but then we realized that studying online is not as easy as we thought. I didn't understand the topics very well, and this affected my academic performance. I tried to study independently, read, practice, but it was not enough, and I was horrified to see that my grades got worse and worse. Some teachers were understanding, but there were those who didn't buy excuses and thought we just wanted to get off easy. Weeks passed and our class was simply dazed. Online classes were long, and we just stared at our computer screens at our half-asleep teachers and dreamed of when things would get back to normal. One evening, while surfing the internet, I started looking for a job to do remotely. I had some experience and knowledge with languages, so I found I could do copywriting, or running social media, or I could sell vitamins on the internet. God, this was not at all what I dreamed of. I spent hours looking for something I wanted to do. I didn't find anything worthwhile. I decided to continue the search the next day. Early in the morning, I was woken up by a phone call. The name Samantha flashed on my screen. Sam, in short, is my very best friend. We went to kindergarten, school together, and now we're at the same college. Picking up the phone, I asked in a sleepy voice what had happened and why she called me so early. Carla, wake up! Remember I told you about my distant relative who works in that one company? So yeah, this Friday they're interviewing for positions of an assistant or to the executive manager. This is your chance! I woke up immediately. Assistant? Big company? God, the thoughts were scattered all around my head. But I was so overjoyed that I almost dropped my phone on the floor. Sam said that I should write a great resume and cover letter, saying why exactly I should be hired. But I had no experience at all. Sam assured me that this was not super important. The main thing was that I listened carefully and had to do the tasks on time. I thanked Sam and immediately set out to work on my resume. It turned out to be so short that it only fit half a page. Well, who will hire me if I haven't done anything? Sam, I have no resume. There's nothing to add. She pointed out that it was more important to stand out among the candidates, and therefore I could embellish a little. Add a couple foreign languages, excellent knowledge of some computer programs, and add a couple more jobs as an assistant. Won't it seem a bit much for a freshman? And I only know Spanish to the level of ordering at a restaurant. Sam assured me that everything is fine and there's no need to worry. She assured me that no one would check. And I started writing. I wrote such a resume that I wouldn't be accepted just as an assistant, but as a manager. I sent the papers and waited. I felt kind of guilty that I had lied, and that I knew the company would immediately find out. But the day later, they called me. And yes, I made it to the online interview. I was so happy. But at one point, I realized that they would probably ask me about my skills and experience, but I had everything prepared. Immediately, I called Sam, asking for advice. She said that she asked her relative not to overwhelm me with questions, and that the interview would go as quickly as possible. Having calmed down, I began to count until Friday. You need to look presentable. Glasses, formal suit, neatly tied hair. Then everyone will think that you're experienced and intelligent. First impressions are crucial. The day of the interview had come. I woke up early, took a shower. There was no one at home, but the washing machine was running. Apparently, my mother threw in her things before leaving. I was about to dry my hair when suddenly the lights went out. What? Okay, I was sure the power would get back on soon. So I decided to keep on getting ready. Damn, my shirt was wrinkled. Okay, now the skirt. Where's the skirt? I rummaged through the entire closet and couldn't find a skirt. I went to the bathroom. Maybe my mom left it in the dirty laundry. Then I saw the washing machine where my skirt lay, all wet. What do I do? What do I wear? I looked at my watch in horror. There was only 1 hour before the interview. I gathered my things, and still with wet hair, in my house shorts, I ran to Sam's house, as she lived right across the street. "Are your lights working?" I asked her from the doorway. "Yes, but why?" I quickly ran into her room, explaining everything on the go. Sam dried me quickly, but my hair was sticking out in different directions. After ironing my shirt, I began to put on makeup, but as luck would have it, my hands were shaking and I couldn't do my mascara properly. "Carla, 10 minutes left!" I ran around the room trying to clean it up. Unfortunately, Sam is a big slob, and her room is always messy. Sam sat me down on a chair and said that she would handle the background herself. She hung a white sheet behind my back, quietly fixing it with pins. 1 minute! I connected to the link and waited. Appearance-wise, I actually didn't look too bad, but this was only on the outside. The HR and management of the company appeared on the screen. There were several of them, and this made me even more worried. "Hello, Carla Morrison. My name is Ashton Lee, and I am the executive manager of Light's Creative Group. On your resume, you said that you are fluent in both Italian and Spanish. So, is this because you lived there? Oh, hablas español en los Estados Unidos." I was panicked, and I understood nothing except United States. Damn, he probably asked me how many states there are in America. 50 states, sir. The manager looked doubtful, and the employees looked at me with confusion. Maybe you have a bad connection. Next question. You mentioned a few computer programs in your resume. Which ones are you comfortable with? I frantically recalled all the programs that I knew, and I nervously began to fiddle with a piece of fabric attached to the chair. As it turned out, it was the very sheet that was held up behind me, and I accidentally pulled it so that the entire background appeared in all its messy glory. It was all the junk that Sam and I managed to collect. I wanted to grab the edge of the seat and abruptly got up from my chair when I saw Sam's shocked face. She pointed to my bottom with a finger, and I looked down and saw that I was standing in the same pajama shorts which I left the house. All the employees of the company couldn't hold it in and laughed. I too would have probably laughed, seeing a girl with crazy hair in a white shirt with old shorts holding the sheet trying to hide the mess in the room. The manager laughed. My never-to-be colleagues laughed. Even my friends could barely hold it. I went to my computer and just clicked the end conference button, and I started crying. I was distraught. I prepared, but everything went wrong and I failed. Why did I come up with this stupid resume? Why did I lie? I wanted to work there so bad. This was my dream, and just as I got closer, everything went wrong. The skirt was wet, my hair was messy, the shirt was barely ironed, the background was dreadful. I guess I can't make my dreams come true. I started crying again when I heard, "Well, since you've probably dreamed of working for us, we can give you a job, but with a trial period. But just one note, please respect the dress code, no shorts." I looked up in fright and saw the manager. Turns out I didn't leave the conference. "Carla, we understand you've been having a bad day, but we'll be waiting for you at the office on Monday. Bye." The conference ended, and I sat in front of the screen in shock. I realized that I was hired, and although I didn't make the right first impression, I was happy I was given the chance. So, believe in your dreams, and please prepare for interviews in advance. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to our channel.